I'm on a lunch date at Ashley's with Michelle.
Yes.
This is our first time here, but we're gonna try some things.
There's so much. I don't know what we should get.
The avocado toast sounds
Yeah,
good.
we'll get-
I washed my hair today, but I put in a new oil and it's
Cauliflower
so
rice.
greasy. Oh, they have that? So now I have it up in a ponytail, but I'm so mad because I just washed my hair. Okay.
Should we get the dumpling and the toast and no bruschetta?
I don't know if I'm gonna be hungry enough for a full bowl. So if you don't want the bruschetta, like maybe,
Or like you'll have that as a meal?
or maybe here is our appetizers. We got meat and vegetable
Can I
dumplings.
present it?
Sure.
So what you have in front of you is sun bruschetta. It's infused with phosphorus and photosynthesis. And right here we have the leek and vegetable dumplings, which are made right here in this kitchen.
Right here. We hated it. It wasn't good.
It was disgusting.
It was disgusting as he's picking the plate.
It was really good.
It was really good. And I are sharing a smoothie. He just made a mess.
I was trying to
It
take
comes in these little light bulb things, and he insisted we get one to share, so we're gonna be super romantic and share a smoothie. So I got this, you can't really see it. I got this jackfruit sandwich with onions and caramelized onions and beans. I thought that the jackfruit was gonna be shredded, but it's not, but it still tastes good. Michelle and I just finished lunch, and he is the driver whenever we're downtown because I get really bad parking anxiety, and so
You get really bad anxiety.
I just don't like it, especially parking. I have no problem going downtown if there's gonna be like a parking lot, valet parking, or someone else is driving. Like for me, I hate driving in downtown. So we are gonna have a fun little. This is our diva day. This is like.
Well, no, it was supposed to be more diva.
It was.
We were gonna go for like couples massages at Spa Diva, which is really, really nice. But they were only available at 4 p.m., which wasn't gonna work because like nothing makes me feel like less of a diva
Than traffic.
So.
Why didn't? Oh my god! I have to clean this. Oh wait, it's not that
But
bad.
I will say on Fridays at 5 it's not so bad, which is weird, but it's because everybody on Friday leaves work early.
Because one time I left the Brow Bar at like 4:20, and it was really bad traffic.
Yeah, well that's like the worst time I feel. Because whether you're leaving early or late, 4:20, it's bad.
So we were gonna have like this is like how our days went like last year. We just like went
I know,
for
it was every day.
lunch. It was every day.
And I miss it because now it's like I'm a real person that has to take vacation days.
Oh my god, this hair. So yeah, we just finished lunch at Ashley's. What was your review on it?
I actually thought that it was very. Oh wait, hold on. I thought it was very good, and I love the appetizers so much, and I definitely want to go back. And what I ordered tasted really good. I ordered something I wasn't that much in the mood for, but I took the waitress's word for it. Anyway, it's just like when you know this is good, if you felt like that.
Yeah.
You're like, this would be good if I wanted this.
Yeah. What I'll say is the appetizers were really good. I got the jackfruit sandwich.
I loved it. I don't know. Anyway, go on.
No, listen. The flavors are really good. The bread was like okay. My thing is like when you guys know like all the website, all the shows and like stuff online, whenever they use jackfruit as like a vegan pulled meat thing, they like shred it because it's like it shreds very nicely, and they just left chunks. Which for me, like if you're gonna be doing a pulled pork sort of idea of a sandwich, you should shred it. And I even asked the waitress, I'm like, what was the reasoning? Like, why didn't they do that? But like,
I knew you were gonna ask her. It was the same way I slid in the dessert. You slid in that.
Yeah. So now, you guys, I kind of talked on Instagram stories about how I've been feeling really lethargic and not a ton of energy. So Michelle and I are on our way to Rejuice. It's right over here. Since we're in the area, we figured we would stop. And then I think we're gonna go to the Brow Bar if we have time.
Fuck's driving. That's what she meant.
So Michelle and I are continuing our day. We're going to the Brow Bar.
We're just having a gorgeous little diva day.
And he's carrying a backpack because he's trying to get everyone to smell
Crystal Gardenia. And Crystal Gardenia food.
Yeah.
The Kim
Look
Kardashian
at the height
BBW
difference.
fragrances.
Look, you're just like completely
It's like
cut
in
off.
Monsters.
This is what, Monkland, Michelle?
Yes. Well, like NDG.
Well, this is where the Brow Bar is. It's such a cute little store. They have oh my god, they have so many awesome presents. I don't know about you, but I hate the mall during the holidays, and the only thing worse than the mall is Bath and Body Works. When there's a sale like this, it's actually mayhem, and I mean, who doesn't love being able to stock up on candles? But I value my sanity more. So for $10 shipping Canadian, I am willing to order the candles online. I try not to burn candles all the time because the fumes and everything are not the best, but during the holidays, it's nice to have a holiday candle. I also have my essential oils, but I just ordered some for the holidays from my mom. I ordered, I think, like 4 or 5. I made dinner for once. Normally it's always me. Yesterday I was like, Tony, remember this brie stuffed prosciutto wrapped chicken breast you made? So she made it tonight. Looks really, really good. Mike and I are trying out this new restaurant, and they have all these good kombucha flavors. I've seen Fruit de Lille before. It has a lot of sugar, so that's why I don't drink it often. For half the bottle, there's 8 grams of sugar. In one full bottle of GTs, there's 8 grams of sugar, or less. So this is really a treat for me. But this is elderflower. It has green tea. It's pretty good. Do you guys do this with your ketchup holders or condiment holders? So Mike got, oh wow, that was a spin, a Western burger. Looks really good. A poutine. Looks like really good gravy. And I got a chicken quesadilla with some fries. Mike dragged me to the hockey store, looking at all curves and stuff. I don't even know what all this different stuff means, but seems like we're looking for literally a needle in a haystack. Wow, is this gonna work? Not really. I'll hold you up. I'm just gonna put lip balm on. It is Sunday evening. It's around, I think, 4 or 5. We went out today, but whenever I get home, I want to be comfy. So I put on my favorite pajamas. I know people are gonna ask where I get them from. I try and do my best and link everything I possibly can. Everything that I can link, I link it in the down bar, or I'll write where it's from if I can't link it. I need to update you guys a little bit. I haven't vlogged in a while, and there's some stuff that's gone on, but I feel like I should like do this like tomorrow, talk about it tomorrow, but I might talk about it tonight. Updates with the neighbors. I know some people are really tired of hearing about the whole neighbor situation, but then whenever I go on like Instagram Live, I get so many comments being like, any updates with your neighbors? And like I feel like some people are actually like invested in it, and they always ask me about it, so that's why I talk about it. Another thing that's kind of funny is someone in one of my lives was like, I always used to wonder why you repeated yourself so much until I came to your Instagram lives, because I literally get asked the same questions and I answer the same questions, and I talk about the questions in like videos, and that's why people think I repeat myself. What I've kind of like come to understand is that, you know, there's some YouTubers I watch that I won't miss a video. I'll watch every single one of their videos, and I love their videos. So I know everything that's going on, like everything that they show. But for someone who might be new, or for someone who might just like watch a video here or there, they might watch a video and then not know what's going on, so then they'll leave a comment. So then I feel like, oh, like I should probably just like what do I talk about? Okay, so like gas prices. This is just an example I always give. So whenever I show the gas prices in Canada, I get comments being like, oh my god, your gas is so cheap. And then I have to comment back and be like, no, like it's different. Like we do it like, I don't even know, we do it in liters here, you do it in gallons. It's actually like more expensive. So like then in some videos, like I'll be like, oh, like I'll say that in a video, but then if I don't say it, I get comments about it. So like, you know, like I repeat myself a lot, but not because I want to hear myself think. I get asked the same questions over and over. It's not just me wanting to hear myself speak for no good reason. Like I was saying, there's a little bit of an update with the neighbor situation. I don't think I've documented it as much recently as I have on Instagram, because I do little videos like every day on Instagram. So for those of you who might be new, I live in a condo building, and the people above me, they've always been kind of loud, but within the past couple of weeks to months, I'd say within the past 3 months, it's gotten abnormally loud. I just want to reiterate the fact that I understand that I live in a condo building, and I understand that there's going to be noise around me. There's people above me, there's people beside me, there's people below me. I totally get that. I'm not expecting pin drop silence, but I'm also not expecting this. Insert the clip now. all day, every day, 7:30 a.m., 9 p.m. at night, like I'm not, middle of the day. I don't think that's fair. I pay rent. I am a very good tenant. I'm very respectful. Whenever I have friends over, they'll tell you, I'm always being like, shh, let's lower the music, or like, let's lower the TV. Like, I always am very respectful to the people around me because that's just the way I was raised. I'm a very respectful person. I'm also a rule following person. I've honestly been dealing with this for months, and for so many weeks, not even, like since the whole noise situation started, I was always like, well, what are they gonna do? Like, it's like people to always be like, why don't you just bang the ceiling with a broom? And I was always like, no, like that just seems so aggressive, like I'm just not gonna do it. And I just got to the point, like when it started getting so bad, that I just kind of started losing it. More so after we went and talked to them two or three times, just respectfully. Like, Mike and I are both not like very, I know some people think I'm like aggressive or whatever, like I do have road rage, but I'm not an aggressive person like in general. Like, I'm actually very shy and very like demure. I'm not a like in your face type of person. I'm not like a drama seeker. I don't like seek confrontation. If I have an issue with someone, I'm not the type to go up to their face and be like, what the fuck is the problem? Like, I'm not that type of person. I'm a very like calm person. It took a lot for us to finally go upstairs because I was like, well, what are they gonna do? When people sleep over, the first thing they say to me is, how do you deal with that noise? So for everyone who's gonna be like, oh, like suck it up, like honestly, feel free to come over for a sleepover and you'll hear it firsthand. Well, actually they've been pretty good, but I'll get to that. So it was really, really bad. And then we spoke to them like 2 or 3 times, like very nicely, just kind of like being like, hey, like, by the way, the noise is really, really bad. Like, I'm studying, I'm working, like it's really bad noise. Nothing was changing. So I kind of started to lose it at this point, and I started banging the ceiling with the broom. Not what I wanted to do, but keep in mind, I have been dealing with this for probably almost a year, if not over a year. So I just started banging the ceiling with the broom. And at first I was really nervous. Like, I was really shy about banging the ceilings with a broom. Like, it would be like little taps. Like, I wouldn't go whole hog or anything. And then as the weeks dragged on and the noise was like getting really bad, I started getting more brazen and more bold with the banging. And it kind of reached the boiling point, this weekend. I had been banging the ceiling and nothing had really been changing, and I don't know if they knew how much noise. Well, you know what? No, that's not an excuse, because they knew, because we had said it a few times. I always try and be the better person, be the nicer person, treat others how I would like to be treated. So I think that's why I let it go on for so long, because I do understand that we are in a condo building, and I do understand that it is a kid, and I know that kids run around. But with that said, I don't think this kid ever leaves the fucking apartment. It's constant. I don't even think he goes to school. I don't know what he does. Like, I never see him outside. I never see them leave. I just constantly hear the running back and forth. And there's another man in my building, and he has a kid probably around the same age as the kid above me, but he's always outside with his kid, and he works. They never seem to take the kid out. So it was really, really bad all day. I had contacted my landlord earlier in the day, but I hadn't heard back from him. I messaged him around noon. It was around 5. I hadn't heard back from him, which I was like, it's a Saturday. I had gone grocery shopping, and I came back, and the noise was so bad. I'm gonna probably insert it again so you guys can really hear, because this is not normal noise, but I had started looking into like my rights as a tenant. Some noise is normal. I totally get that. I'm sure I make noise sometimes. I might drop something. You know, shit happens. Because the lady above me, she speaks French. So when Mike got home, I asked him to go up and speak to her, because already the language barrier would have been an issue, and I just didn't feel comfortable going alone. I know you guys don't know Mike because he's not in my videos really, but he is the calmest person I know. Like, nothing like gets to him. Like, he is like honestly the calmest person I know. When I say like he went upstairs, like he didn't go upstairs like with a pitchfork like ready to harass this family. He went upstairs like calmly. He's a very calm person. So she started like screaming at him. She started saying like weird things like, what do you want me to do? He's a kid. I'm stuck with him. I can't just euthanize him. Like, saying really, really weird things that honestly I felt bad that the kid needed to hear more than anything. Like, who says like I can't euthanize my kid? Like, that's really disturbing. Basically they were like, if you don't like it, like, call the police. I did not want to call the police, and I didn't know who to call. So I called my city and they connected me to like public security, and public security ended up coming. Now, no offense to anyone, but public security is kind of like a mall cop. Like, they can't really do anything. And I think the reason why I hesitated to even contact them for so long is because you can complain about noise, but it's really hard to do anything about it because it's like after 10 or 11, between like 10 and 11 and 7 a.m. you're allowed to like issue tickets and like make noise complaints. Unfortunately, this noise is happening from like 7:30 a.m. until about like 9 p.m. when the kid goes to sleep. So in my situation, public security really couldn't do anything because of the hours that it was occurring. And luckily I have been recording the noise and like keeping, you know, tabs on it, just for my own records if I needed to have proof, and like just to be able to show them what was going on. So public security came, talked to them, talked to us. He was very understanding, the public security guy who came, but at the same time, his hands, whatever hands he had, because honestly, like, they can't do much, he didn't really have any options. We don't really have many options because of the hours that this is going on. With that said, it has been very quiet today. Knock on wood. It has been very, very quiet today. I did contact my landlord. I spoke to him last night. He is going to talk to the condo people. I have tried calling the condo management number multiple times. They have not called me back. So hopefully my landlord will be able to get in touch with it. But the thing is I live in a condo building and I'm renting from an owner. It's not just like one landlord, which would probably be way easier in this situation. I know some people have been like really invested in this and asking me all the time like what's going on, and people are sending me like, oh, I hope you can get this fixed. This building clearly was not insulated properly, so that's kind of a drawback. And people are like, well, you should just move. Listen, it's not, first of all, everything other than that I'm happy with. It's not that easy to move. I don't know where these people live that they're just like, oh yeah, just move. I feel like people sometimes are not able to put themselves in my shoes. I'll keep you guys updated on anything else that happens, but so far, I really did not want to get anyone else involved. I was hoping like after the third or fourth time that we went upstairs that they'd be like, oh, like, so sorry about that. Like, we're going to get a carpet, or we're going to make an effort to take our kid to Zigzag Zoo, or we're going to take him places. Just the comments that they made about how they're stuck with him and how they can't euthanize him. I think that gives you a pretty good idea of the type of people and the type of parents that they are. My shower thing, I've had this since I moved in. I highly recommend it if you have like an angular sort of shower. It's pressure, is that what it is? Tension? It's like, yeah, spring, that's what they call it. As you can see there, it's like part rusted, so, and they were kind of like falling apart, so I got a new one, and this one has like 4. So I'm gonna go through all the stuff in the shower, and Mike's gonna put this together. So change of plans because it came already opened, broken, and apparently Winners was like, well, we're just gonna resell it at full price. So now I have to go return it tomorrow and try and find another one. I went through all the stuff on the floor, got rid of stuff, and now I guess I'll just be showering with everything on the ground until tomorrow. Okay, another Sunday night, another vegan recipe. So I love Caesar salad. It's probably one of my guiltiest pleasures. I just love it with chicken, with bacon. It's like the best. So you guys know I love hot for food, so I'm making their vegan Caesar salad dressing. I have, I'll link the recipe down below. It's like soaked cashews, roasted garlic, nutritional yeast, all good stuff. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so it is done. It's a little bit thinner than I'm used to. Actually, no, I mean, it's like a pretty good texture. It honestly tastes very, very similar to actual Caesar dressing. I'm about to just clean up the kitchen a little bit, and then I'm gonna make a kale Caesar salad for dinner. At Winners today, besides the faulty shower caddy, I also got this big candle. It's by DW Home. It's called Eucalyptus and Balsam. It smells really clean. It almost smells like laundry. I just finished up like 3 candles that I had. This one is also by DW Home. This was vanilla spice. I have a bunch of this kale I bought yesterday, so I'm gonna wash it and put them into Ziploc baggies so I can use it, put it into juices or smoothies, or salads and not have to clean it, and I feel like I use it way more when I do that. This is my Caesar salad. Obviously the turkey bacon is not vegan, but I wanted some sort of protein and I didn't feel like cooking up chicken right now. It's really good. I just feel like it's missing that sort of meaty taste that Caesar salad normally has. So I just added some Worcestershire sauce into mine. I don't know this is vegan. No, there's anchovy paste, so it's not vegan. But if you wanted to, I'm sure they had vegan alternatives, or maybe you could add like coconut aminos, but I think it added a little bit of depth of flavor. So that is what I'm having for dinner. Oh, I'm looking kind of rough. It's Sunday night. The salad was really, really good. I think I'm going to sort of meal prep now, but not really. I'm gonna make the chickpea salad, like tuna salad. It's not tuna salad, it doesn't taste fishy, it's just like chickpeas, but with a bunch of good stuff. It's from my last video. If you want the recipe, I just cut and cleaned all the kale, and then my rice is pretty much done. I got this little rice cooker at Walmart. It's like $13. My friend Steph told me about it. I was always like, oh, God knows I need another appliance, but seriously, this is amazing. So all my rice is done for the week, and I have some salted chickpea chocolate chip cookies in the oven. I just got my period today, and I was like craving something sweet, so I ended up making the cookies and then eating like probably a serving of a cookie in a batter. So my sweet tooth is satisfied, but I'll have like dessert for the week. I'm pretty sure the rice is done now. I'm just gonna fluff it, and seriously, best invention ever.